welcome to your next instalment of your workplace bite-sized Pilates. For the next exercise, it's actually a stretch. You will need a band. It doesn't have to be stretchy. If you don't have a band, then you could use a belt, a tie, a long towel, or you could just use your body. So I'll explain that shortly. We'll do a hamstring stretch in standing and then laying down. So if you pop your band or equivalent to the floor, we'll use that laying down. So it's really important to stretch our hamstrings because when we're sat at a desk, they're often shortened and quite tight. So it's really good to lengthen them out because if we get tight hamstrings, we can get tight glutes, we can get achy lower backs. So it's a really good muscle to stretch out. So I'll show you at different angles. If you want one way to stretch your hamstrings stood up is to pop the leg you want to stretch in front and then bend the back knee, putting the weight through that back leg there. So showing you from the side, the chest is up, you sit the hips back and you point the toe to the floor. Now what you'll often see on TV, say, is people lifting that toe because what they think they feel is a deeper hamstring stretch is actually a stretch of the sciatic nerve, which isn't helpful for us. We want to stretch the muscle, not the nerve. That's especially important if you've got any lower back problems because lifting that toe and feeling a nerve stretch can really aggravate any conditions you may have, such as sciatica. So it's really good to breathe in, and then as you breathe out, extend that stretch a little bit more because it takes our brain a little bit of time to figure out that this is a stretch and not a muscle tearing. Do that for about 30 seconds and then change sides. Some people don't like bending over for this stretch, so laying down might be a better bet for you. So to make clear how we might do that, you can use a band or, like I say, a tie or a towel, popping it around your foot and lengthening. So again, if you feel anything in your foot, so like a pinch or like you've got something in your shoe or anything in your foot at all, then it's a good idea to point your toe rather than push your heel to the ceiling. That's because anything you feel in your foot is of course your hamstring, because your hamstring is up here. It will be more to do with a nerve sensation, which we don't want. So pointing the toe can help that. But some people that are real flexible can flex the heel and push. I can't do that too much because my hamstrings aren't hugely flexible. Now you might notice my other leg is bent. We want to make sure the tailbone is stuck to the floor because if we lift the tailbone, it makes us look a lot more flexible than we are. And what you're seeing here with what I'm doing is actually not a deeper stretch. So keeping the tailbone on the floor is good. If you don't have any lower back problems, then lengthening that leg there can help make sure that tailbone is anchored to the floor. So feeling the stretch behind the knee, the back of the leg there for about 30 seconds and then changing sides, and again waiting 10 seconds or so, breath in, and then as you breathe out, taking that leg a little bit closer so you can increase that stretch. If you're finding that having the leg straight is uncomfortable, you can bend it as long as you still feel that stretch in your hamstring. So for me that stops the stretch, so I need to lengthen my leg. But different variations in flexibility means that some people still feel the stretch with a bent leg, and that's fine as long as you're feeling the stretch and you're not feeling any nerve sensations, like I say, in your foot or down the bottom or the outside of your leg. So that's two ways to stretch your hamstrings. Why not give it a go? Usually the best way to try that is when you're warm, so not when you just get out of bed or not when you've been sat down all day, maybe when you've been for a walk or you've been doing some housework or something where you've been on the go for a little while, because warm muscles are much easier and much safer to stretch.